Can old people, or old women over 50 travel alone? That might be a question you're thinking about. Well, the answer is definitely yes. I travel alone nearly all the time. And since my children have left home and I have the empty nest, I'm not just going to sit around at home and wait for something to happen. So what's happening now is that winter is coming to an end, the snow is melting, and this is time to start thinking about the next big trip. I do have some smaller trips in between, but I'm now starting to plan my big summer holiday. The last couple of weeks I've been knitting, because there's not much else to do in this kind of weather, I think. And I've promised my youngest daughter and her boyfriend each a jersey, so I'm frantically trying to knit to get that finished. But yeah, the snow melting, it's definitely warming up, and I've been recording the snow melting. It's a bit like watching paint dry, but at least it's the start of spring, even though this morning I went for a walk and I'm not seeing any buds or anything yet. So the plants don't seem to realize it's spring, but I realize it's spring. And so that means that it's time to start planning the next adventure. One of the great things about being an international school teacher is you get a really nice long summer holiday. It's about an 8-week holiday. So when I was in Bergen, when was I in Bergen? End of January. I saw this cool book called Great Ideas and Cunning Plans. So I always talk about having cunning plans, so I thought this book was made just for me, and I've been recording some cunning plans. So what I'm thinking about for June, July is I want to first go to Havana and spend maybe a week there, then on to Costa Rica, maybe a week or two there. And then I wanted to go to South America. But my son, who has suddenly become quite protective, has said that he doesn't feel good about an old woman like me traveling alone in South America. He doesn't think it's going to be safe. So he suggested I take a tour. Now, I've never taken a tour before. I've always relished my independence and wanted to travel, by myself. So I thought, okay, let me just look at tours. So I typed in solo travel over 50s, and there seemed to be quite a few good tours. So I did quite a bit of research, looking at where they were going, looking at different tours, wanting to make sure that they're not going to do anything that is too physical and adventurous, because I don't do skydiving and bungee jumping and hiking up steep mountains, or cycling dangerous bendy routes down a mountain. So I found this website, Tucan Tours, and I've now signed up for one for July, so I'm quite excited. It goes through Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, and then ends in Brazil. So I've got that planned today, so I'm feeling quite excited. I'll be making another video about how to travel as a solo traveler, especially an older female, because I think it could be a little bit different. You know, when you travel, when you're younger and you travel, and you usually become part of a group and hang out with a group, but when you older, you do generally tend to be alone on your travels. So there's certain precautions you need to take. So when you're planning a holiday, though, I think maybe my son, he's got my best interests in heart. Take a tour, so we'll see how taking a tour goes. But that obviously is way down the road. Now I'm just planning and getting all the preliminary bookings done so that I'm ready for that moment. If you have a dream to do something, don't let anybody stop you from doing that dream. You've just got to do your research and find ways to make it happen. And sometimes following a dream requires planning. Going to South America has always been a dream of mine, so I'm quite excited to get started with all planning that I'm going to be doing. And the planning makes you dream even bigger. There's always more and more opportunities. And first of all, I was just going to go and visit a friend in Brazil, and it's grown from there. And it's like, if I'm going to go to South America, why must I just go to one country when I can go to more countries? And if you're traveling alone, obviously it's important to be safe and to think about ways in which you can ensure your safety. So you don't want to always go for the cheapest hotels where you don't know, you might have undesirables coming onto you, who knows. But I think being an older traveler, that shouldn't scare you, and that shouldn't put you off. And I think you should go for it. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button, and I'd appreciate it greatly if you could subscribe to my channel. Enjoy your day. Oh, crazy snow this morning. Can't quite see how heavy it is, but it's coming down quite heavily. Total whiteout happening over there. Snow, snow, snow. Nice to be indoors on a day like today.